Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Play Dragon Force 2, Part 28. We have Gangas and his friends here, ready to take back Beast Tech Village. How dare they invade Bozak? They're not gonna get away with this one. Not in the slightest. And we're just gonna completely overwhelm him unnecessarily. Except, no. We're just gonna take Gangas, Shin, and who needs the experience? Probably Kaede. So I would probably send her first actually, but if she needs the help, she has it in the form of these two. In fact, you know, let's just send these two actually. Shin. The rest of them will go right back up. Could leave Marcus to search because I'm not going to need him at this point. I got plenty of strong people, but I want to get him up to level 15. All my starting generals, I want to end this at least level 15. And I believe he gets something at level 20, so I'll even get him to 20 if I can. In the last episode, we had rounded up the last of those Dark Elf castles that have sprouted up. So we're ready to move in on Brown and overwhelm Sanus. She has 4 there, 6 here, and 6 here. A lot of troops, a lot of fights, but I think we'll be alright. Now, did my strong people end up here yet? Yes. So what I actually want to do is move this group back. Kind of redistribute my people, I think, and move this one back as well. I just want to have all my strongest people that need the levels to go first, backed up by a second good battalion. And he's a no-name, so no special dialogue here. Claims that we started this, not really sure about that version of history. And Gangas has excellent troop type, so he will be wonderful backup if he's needed. But we should do okay in this situation too. We don't have a lot of troops for her yet. Oh, I didn't give her those troops that she just got. So this fight's going to be more difficult than it had to be. Oh, but thankfully, this is a caster and not a fighter. So the problem is he's probably going to spam Dark Vortex or Deep Black to deplete my already meager numbers as far as troops. But now that she has 11 MP, we might be able to win with sheer offense. We'll see. Again, this is why you have backup. And really, she is the backup. I just want to get her the experience if I can. It might have been better to send Gangas in first. Actually, let her finish up. She'll get plenty of time to fight. It's okay. And we see zombies leading the charge. That seems a little backwards if you ask me, but nobody asked me. I'm just gonna send something out because I know he's gonna do something. In just a bit. The mages don't hold on to their MP. Yeah, see? Yeah, for those of you who got an allowance back when you were little, you know, how eager were you to spend that first little bit of money you got? That's kind of how they are with their MP. Oh. We're not doing too great, but we're not doing too bad either, considering we were at a disadvantage there. I'm just going to do as much damage to him as I can before this goes to a duel. Because if I don't take him out, this will most certainly go to a duel. Really? That fast? Yeah, see, we'd be doing alright except for the fact that he spams those abilities and now we don't have any troops left. So if I can get a couple more flame shots in, that'll help out a lot. I miss this Bozak music. That percussion is what gets me. But Kaede's not to be... Oh well, you don't need to hear him talk. You know, his grunting is nothing new. Oh! I think that's the first time they've cast a bow storm on me. That's a little annoying. So, if you don't mind, a little tit for tats. How about that? But no, Kaede's not to be underestimated as a fighter. She's not one of the strongest, but she's definitely not one of the weakest. And once she gets one of the forged katanas, yeah, she's not gonna have too many troubles. You know, her love life needs some work, but as a fighter, she's good. She's got it. And I think we'll be okay going into a duel. Even though we're in the red, we'll be fine. Yeah, see, she wasn't playing around. If she had something to prove, she just proved it. And Bastol was slain. We probably get some special dialogue here, now that our mission has been accomplished. But first, level ups. Always good to see. Got 2. Yeah, we're not letting the earth, the air, or the forest perish. Or the seas for that matter. It's all gonna stay strong under our watchful eye and loving care. We are people of the earth. We are the people of Bozak. And we don't mess around. And we're getting out of town. Moving northward. Great migration has begun and it's taking us to Tradnor because again, I like my monarchs to engage the monarchs. So, while that's going on, not too much else. So, domestic affairs, perfect timing. Builder's Tome, build plus 15, that'll be nice. So now we're at the point where we're starting to get good items like a Lancelot on a fairly regular basis. Longsword, I can use that to make another Buster Sword. That's excellent. Yeah, we're at the point where we're gonna get good items on a more regular basis, and a more frequent basis, because, you know, we have a lot of castles and we have a lot of intelligent generals stationed at them. Dark Crystal is great. I can make a Ghost Crest with that or some of the strongest weapons. Builder's Tome yet again. Magic Ring. Yeah, see, this is when it all starts to fall in place. It's wonderful. I might actually take my time before I head to Tradnor. Just collect some more items. You know, I'll either do that off screen or just have a really boring video of just skipping through domestic and racking up items, showing off the foraging maybe. Anybody who doesn't want to sit through that, by all means, don't. But for those who might find that interesting, you know, it'll be there. Again, kind of trying to bridge this between Let's Play and Long Play. Long Play in the sense that it's not really a traditional long play in the sense that it's commentary, but I want to show off as much of the game in its natural form as possible. So, Builder's Tome, who will get to 70 or more with the build? She will. But who's at a castle that, well, yeah. Who's the Saraku, actually? Because that is a castle that I will be frequenting, so I wouldn't mind getting that level up. Excellent, and that will take her over 70 build. Is anybody else there with her currently? Yuria. And look, it'll put her over 70. Perfect. Because that's the castle by Larla Cave, and that cavern is where I can pick up more Ostia statues, so that's one of my preferred places to cave raid. And Blessed Ring, they are already very high intelligence. Who will this take over 70? Eva, but it'll reduce her builds. But her build will still be over 70. But she's at a castle I don't really care to search right now. Edwarl, maybe? Edwarl's a good candidate. We'll give it to Enzo though, because he's not doing anything else anyway. I'll save these books for foraging, which I'll do very soon. Magic rings. They can be forged into power rings, but I'd rather have the MP and charge boost rather than the +5 strength that I think the power ring gives you. Let's see. Yeah, we'll give that to him. We want all of our monarchs, unless they can use a better item, we want them to have a magic ring. So who doesn't have it at this point? Him? Okay. Just giving it to the first ones up. I think everyone else even has one at this point, so. And Lancelot is the best spear that you have before forging. I will save it for forging. And she already has one equipped, so that's good. I will save this one to forge then. Same with the longsword. Masamune can't be forged. It's not one of the best katanas because you can forge better ones. But in the meantime, this will do Autovok just fine. That was wonderful timing. Okay, Holy Rod. Yeah, she did have one, so not really worried about that. And awards. Ashigaru Crest. This is almost one of the rarest. This is one of the rarest troop types in the game in the sense of troops that can be added to somebody's plate. Outside of the generals who start with Ashigaru, there are very few who could actually earn them. Gangas is one of the few, and probably the only monarch. Now, yeah, you see, out of all these characters I have, the only one who can earn these is Kuragane. So, you know, just to use it up, why not? Very interesting. Okay, so for awards, Kaede, we're going to boost her troops yet again. You know what? I want to give her a flying unit. So do I have any birds or falcons? I'll take either one. Falcons are stronger, I guess. But I don't know. Birds just seem very effective in most cases. I'll give her birds. Yeah. That should work out just fine. And boost her numbers. She's got plenty of cavalry, so we want to give her a flying unit to balance that out. And there, she has 100, just like that. Everybody else is doing pretty good right now, so I will save that other one. Hopefully it's not something I'm forgetting to do that I meant to do last time. And there we go. Head back on out. Now we just want to get everybody properly situated to deal with Tradnor. We're going to keep it on fast at this point. And they probably haven't changed much. No. So our first group, actually, I will let Gangas hit the charge there. So in the meantime, let's redistribute these people. We'll have some temporarily move to house band. Actually, see, I could have had a little fun and come around this way and hit them from both sides. You know what? I think, now that I think about it, I'll have someone circle around and hit Gray instead. So let me redirect my people. I'm going to send them there. And who's at this castle that I would want leading the charge? Probably 2 strong magic users and 3 good offensive people. So Avers will lead the charge, followed by Maria. And 1 more strong offensive person, who I don't really have there. So we have 2 strong magic users. They will go here, and they will head into Gray. In this castle, yeah, enter. 1 more strong offensive person. It'll be Gonzalez. We'll go with him. Yeah, it'll be Gonzalez. He will head there as well. And in order to make room, we're going to deploy people we're not using currently. Sakone, Edwarl, Frederick, Olbeck, Oscar. Where to send them? We'll send them to Ring. And there we go. Everybody got good troops here, ready to go. Can she use anything else? Yeah. And you can go back to mages now. And we'll send them out. Averis, Gonzalez, Maria, and Alshina, and Fauna. Except, no, I don't think we need Fauna. I want to keep my main people in there. Fiorina, she'll go. And they will head this way. Okay. Kinsera, we will move back down here. Have 6 there. Perfect, that'll make 10. But Gangas is not there yet, so. Where is he? Okay, and it's just 2 there. So we want to save a space for him and Kaede. So we'll be taking out No temporarily. And who else will not be fighting Mark? Definitely not using Mark right now. They can just sit here for temporarily. And no, they are not going to enter. They're just going to stay put. Just for a moment. Oh, it was on fast. Felt like it was going kind of slow. And get everybody up. I'm not going to make the same mistake. We're going to get her troops up. And switch her troops, actually. Perfect. He can keep what he has. Falcons and Dragons is working out really well for us. Barts, we wanted to switch your troops, didn't we? Yes. Gonna try out Dragons and Centaurs. See how that combination fares. 50-50. And I think everybody else is doing good. Kozue, you have zombies now, so we want to try them out. And we'll give you an award too, right off the bat, just to make you more viable there. But we're going up against a lot of mage users probably. Zombies might not be the best option. If I remember right, they're weak in this game to mages just as they were in the first Dragon Force. Mages will tear zombies apart. Or maybe I got it backwards. Maybe in this game they're strong against mages. There have been a lot of changes in that area, so Ghost Crest, perfect. Yeah, you can't go into this game like it's Dragon Force 1 thinking everything's going to be interchangeable. And it's not most of the time. And we're going to speed through, getting some good items there. Thunder Crystal, don't see that too often. Not bad, not bad. All the pieces are starting to fit into place. And the item we ordered is forward, so thankfully I did use the right combination. I was kind of going off memory there a little bit. And Buster Sword. Yeah. Hayabusa Sword. We can't make another one though, which is an indication we're low on probably Wind Crystals. Or no, it's the fact that we don't have any more Buster Swords. But rather than that, we will make the next step up from a Hayabusa Sword. And in order to do that, I believe we're going to want that. And actually, there are 2 different ways to make this. So give me just a moment. I want to use the one that's going to take less time. And back. Okay, so 2 different ways to make this. You want the Hayabusa Sword, Silver Ore, and Dragon Scales. Takes 3 weeks. Now, you can use the Gold Ore in place of the Silver Ore, but it'll take 4 weeks to make instead. And why take more time if we don't need to? And that's going to be an excellent sword, and that much closer to the final, best, greatest sword in the game. And I'm still saving these magic tomes to make something better. And arms, what do we have? Another one of those, don't need that. And Holy Rod, still got nothing there. Nothing there we want to deal with. And who did I want to give this to? I believe it was Kozue. And more zombies. Hopefully they'll be useful. You know, Kozue's abilities are just too... It's just a 1, 2, 3. You really can't beat it. You know, Aura Shot, MP Region. What else? And Charm. Charm you could do without, but Aura Shot and MP Region is worth it alone. I mean, again, if she had healing, she'd be right there with Varley here. But still doing alright for herself. And I think I'm doing pretty good for time, so we're going to go ahead and prepare to move out. We're going to send them to this castle. Maybe send them some backup. Actually, leave them there for now. What I'm going to do, actually, do I have everybody moved from there? No. You can come back here, Notes. What I'm going to do is this. Send out Gangas. And with him is people that I want to get up to a higher level. So that will be Shin. And Marcus. Stefano. And Helena. They will go here. And let's see. Bartz, Kaede, Kinsera, Kozue, Autobach. They will come around this way as well too. No, don't do that. Temporarily, guys, if you would just wait right here. Getting everything set up and situated. Yeah. Want at least one high intelligence general at each of these castles. And gonna move them there just to get a little bit closer. Gonna deploy Fauna. She can sit in armbands. Now, do I have anybody with high intelligence at this castle? Ed Rawl, I need to give him an item and then he'll be able to. Let's see, who's here? Probably a lot of high intelligence people. Bender. Dora. And Mira. And a few people who with the item would have 70+ intelligence. So we'll take one person from here, Mira, and move her to Ring. Find some items there. And I think we're in a pretty good position. So it might be a little short for me, but I know in the next chapter we're going to be dealing with all 3 of these castles. That's a lot of fights because I got 6 at each of these. So I think we're going to just call it a day here. And domestic affairs, that's good timing, because I really didn't want to deal with any of this right now. We're going to just speed on through this stuff, getting some good items again. Not too many, but you know, enough to keep our boat floating. And some more Magiries, gold ore, power crystal, some more stuff you don't see every day. And you know what I think I might do is just kind of sit where I'm at right now and speed through some domestic affairs just to get some items built up. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna use this video to do that. Yeah. And at this point, you know, you're not gonna see too much action. This is just gonna be me speeding through domestic affairs, trying to forge some items. So for those who want to see what items I'm making, you know, just feel free to keep watching. If you know you're really not interested, just stop right here and I'll catch up with you in the next part, because that's all that I'm gonna be doing from here on out, up until the 30-minute mark. So you can't say I didn't warn you. And who does she have with her? No, nobody really. And look, she's what level? Oh, she's level 10. That's actually good. I didn't look forward to building her up from a low level, getting her experience. Not that it would have been difficult. She has some good abilities, and she starts with a massive amount of MP. Even at level 2 or 3, she would have double-digit MP. So yeah, I'm more concerned about Varley than anything. But again, I just need to send the right general to deal with him, and we'll be okay. So meanwhile, what I can do is take advantage of the lull in activity and redistribute my people as needed. Giovanni and Hilda are both good searchers, so I want to put them in castles that have good items. In fact, Albert has over 70 intelligence as well, so he's no slouch in that regard either. So where are castles that I want my people to be? Maybe there. And they're all great characters, but I have plenty of strong people for the rest of the game, so I don't really need to worry about getting them back in on the action. I could, but it's not necessary. We'll put them in Alta. There's good stuff there. And do I have somebody at Eleanor? No. I probably should put somebody in Eleanor. I have somebody in Alice. Kale. So real quick, instead of... let's see. Yeah, you can go there though. Giovanni. I think I already got somebody in Shuju, so I'll tell you what. Let's put you in Eleanor. That works. And yep, I was expecting that. Got another Holy Rod, which is good. Saving one for Sanis, saving one for Rennie, who I unfortunately do not have access to at the moment. Got a light crystal, finally. Haven't been seeing too many of those lately. I need to see who's in Corridon Castle. They're kind of slacking off there, I think. Because they've been there for a while and just aren't finding anything, it looks like. Again, Corridon Castle, the best place for light crystals, so if you got to play through your own brewing, keep that in mind. What is it, Fionn? Yeah, Fionn. You'd think she'd be better at it, but I don't know. She's probably, you know, doing her hair or something. She's a little self-absorbed. I'm not saying that because she's a woman. I'm only saying that because she's so self-absorbed, and you know, I can see her doing that. You know, or she's, you know, chiding somebody for not groveling to her. You know, because she's very much suffering from a huge queen complex. You know, if it didn't exist before, it does now. She's got it for sure. And I don't think there's anything to find here except for weapons that we don't really need right now. So, and see, that's what I love about this game. You know, If you're just trying to get through the action fast, just put it on fast, you'll get to domestic affairs and no problem. So it's kind of a, well, I can't say it's a cheap way to get items quickly because the game put it in there. It's not something you have to go out of your way to do. So apparently they realized, hey, it can be a pain waiting for domestic affairs to show up. How about we just allow them to speed things up? So it's something the first game really could have benefited from. And I don't know if it was in the Sega Ages remake of Dragon Force. I never played that. But if it wasn't in there, if they ever bring back Dragon Force, they need to put that in there. So what did we make? We made a dragon sword. As much as I'd like to, you know, test that baby out, we're actually going to just skip right on to the best sword. There actually is a better sword than that. And I was wondering if I had enough materials to make it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. There is actually 2 more swords to go. So just a moment. Okay, I was getting ahead of myself. I was about to try to make the best sword, but it's actually one before that. Yet still, it's a lot of swords you can make here, which I guess is a good thing, but you know, when you're trying to get to the best one, so dragon sword, gold ore, dragon scales. 3 weeks after this we can make the best one. So I might be able to get that sword before I hit my mark for this video. We'll see. Just gonna keep everything moving here. They're not doing a thing. They are not doing a thing. I kind of wish someone would even come out and attack now, just to thin their numbers at the castle, but it's fine either way. And I want to send someone else there to back her up, find some more light crystals, hopefully. So send them there. Got one there. Would like to find some more wind crystals. It's either Shiro or Brochet where you can find good light crystals, or not light crystals, wind crystals. I think it's Shiro. Can't remember. It's one of the two. Haven't found anything here yet, but you know. Let's see. Don't really have anybody good searching down at these castles, but I want a few more people, and then I'll deal with that. Another builder's tome. Would rather have more civics tomes, to tell you the truth. I will take that light crystal though. That's what we were just talking about. That's what we wanted to see. And wind crystal, just talking about you too. Good to see that. And done. Get it out of my face. Yeah, I don't have any problem spending time on this map screen. I love this music. Very fitting. Very appropriate. Yeah, you know, again, I think the game here has some fantastic music. It's taking a lot of slack. I guess a lot of people are very attached to the first Dragon Force game soundtrack. I don't know how much of that is just due to, you know, how good it actually is versus the aesthetic appeal that comes from nostalgia, you know, and familiarity. You know, and even though this game's been around for a long time too, almost as long, you know, it's just not as familiar to most of us. First Dragon Force has been more played across the world. You know, it was the first in the series, wider distribution. You know, it sort of established our style about it, and a lot of people came to identify Dragon Force with that style, and this game sort of changed things up, audio and visual. So a lot of folks just sort of, you know, took offense to that, I think. And we're back. Now one last sword to go. New project. The Dragon G Sword, which I believe stands for Great Sword. It's kind of an awkward name, but you know, Dragon G Sword it is. So we're going to take that, and this is a very easy project. Hard not to remember this one. 2 light crystals, which is why I was so concerned a little while back about having enough light crystals. So that'll take 4 weeks to make. So we're not waiting on that now. I'm gonna save the game. And when I see you in the next episode, we will have that sword freshly brewed and ready to add to the menu. So until then, this has been Dragon Force 2. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.